It's been so long. I want to see what these heifers are up to. We used to care. Do we still? Oh, God. I don't know. Do I start at the beginning of the season? Do I just start now? I'm going to start with the last episode that we were on. You know what? It's Tyler Perry. Like, what? I don't need context. It's like I never left. Gary in the hospital, he got stabbed. In cuffs, no less. Not again. So, some guy who's giving a weird law enforcement agent vibe, he had him sedated and restrained because he was upset about the interaction with Agent Watt. Oh, this is a guy, Hudson, that he worked with to get at Penelope's life insurance and accounts. He's like, yes, I work for you, but I'm also your friend. He's like, I got you in here for your own protection. He wants to know, where's Andy? This guy's Andy. Was he in love before? Were these two having an affair? How did he go from the shortcut to this wiglet? In the flashback, he had a shortcut, but now he's giving us wiglet. He said, you need to forget about Andrea Barnes. She's poison. I agree. God, 8 years you've been whining about this heifer. Oh, God. He says, unlike Andy, I will never betray you. Boop. When'd you give him the bus? It's a lot to come back to. I wish it was girlfriends. I wish it was girlfriends. But that shit is off. I wish it was girlfriends. I wish it was girlfriends. But that shit is off. So I'll look at you, ladies. And I respect all of them as get your money. I'm watching. I want to see them in other things. I want to see Mignon stand up. Oh, God, we still got the sissy at the bank. The sissy at the B-A-N-K bank. I don't even think he gay in real life, which is sad. Okay, so some white woman coming with pennies. He's still a teller after 8 seasons? Or hell, is it still later the same day? Oh, God. So the old white heifer's like, you ain't got to get sassy, alphabet warriors, blah, blah, blah. All because she trying to get him to roll some damn pennies. The LGBT shoved down our throats. Lord. So are bad heterosexual fathers. But everybody seems fine with that. So a white woman step in and is like, I can help you right over here. Then he gonna say, I don't know what thrift store that blouse came from. What's wrong with the thrift store blouse? So they send the heifer on their way, but now they friends. I guess the other heifer ain't the bank heifer no more, but now we're gonna have this interesting faced white woman. And I say interesting face because, well, it's an interesting face. It's an interesting face. Maurice said she funny looking. Oh no, the bank heifer's still there. Watching it on mute helps. Just look at the closed captions and the outlandish expressions. Girl, so the bank heifer walk over and they said they getting on a little better. And he's like, Lord, this heifer drama. She always got something going. It's like a TV show. Oh my God, a clever line on a Tyler Perry show? I can't believe it. Over at Hayden's house, he's being very creepy with some woman. They went from being hot and heavy to choking. He said, I want you to call me Gary. Say his name. And so she pushed him off. She said, why would you want me to call you another dude's name? That's sick and twisted. It's role play. I don't know. Having somebody being called Gary, like, that's not that weird. I don't know. Maybe I've lived a life. I've heard of way weirder things than call me Gary. God, that's easy. Is that all it takes? I am happy to do. Give me something I can do. I can give you all kind of Gary, baby. I will give you the Gary you need. Oh my goodness. Shit. May everyone be blessed with a lover that has something very easy to do. She said, I ain't one of them simple-minded hoes you work up with at the law firm. Game recognized game. Ain't nobody gaslighting you. Why can't you say Gary's name? Are you gay? You know I ain't gay. Oh, she said she apologized for getting with him, so call it time of death and let's move on. Who is this? He seems familiar. Oh, I think he was on Bro. Is he from Bro? Yeah, he's from Bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. Remember when Dustin Ross was on Pop Roast and called it that Tyler Perry was going to do a show called Bruh? And years later, Tyler Perry does a show called Bruh. So Bruh trying to be with the bank heifer, but he doesn't have good sperm and he's worried she gonna use somebody else's. He probably talking about the damn big sissy. Bruh. I'm gonna be saying that for the rest of the day. Oh God, the guy Bruh is talking to is getting with Andy, but Penelope hates Andy and blames Andy for everything that's going on with Gary. But he's not with Penelope anymore and he's trying to be with Andy. He says, hey, for real, Bruh, you're never gonna move on unless you know where you stand with that woman. Oh God, over at Andy's apartment. She's talking to the firm and she's pulled in some more money, so she's got some support. She's trying to pull some type of a coup before another heifer takes her business elsewhere. Okay, it's a montage of these calls. But somebody calls in. Oh, and it's the guy. She doesn't know if there's anything left for them to talk about. He wants her to come to his place. She said, no, thank you. Good. Across town, we have Robin asking why this guy ended things with her. And he's like, we here to talk about your case. Oh, God, but Gary happened. That's what happened. He's the main reason that they didn't go the distance. I guess that's him and Andy. Oh, Lord. Andy's been breaking hearts left and right, but always getting back with Gary. But he's like, you have her all wrong. No, you still carry a torch for the heifer that broke your heart. She's saying she and Gary, Andy and Gary rather, lured her and her brother. We turned it into a My Brother and Me episode while I was away. What the hell? Oh, God, Amanda Seales better not be involved. Into their toxic psychosexual web. And then discarded us when they were through with us. Do you really believe that? What other explanation is there? You and your brother? Not cessed. They ain't getting cesty. He said, look, Gary's crazy, but Andy would never try to harm you or your brother. How does she do it? Manage to wrap successful, intelligent men like you and my brother around her finger. I'm sorry, she didn't try to warn you about Gary on multiple occasions, only because she wanted to get my baby out of the picture. Ooh, this is high soap. You and your brother. Deviant webs. She's like, I can still see she's in your heart, isn't she, Robin? Oh, not another Rob the Throb. But yeah, he's still wet behind the ears for NCIS Sydney? Sydney? Why Sydney? I mean, I like Australia. It's just odd that Sydney. They said, you know what, Opera House, let's use it. Over with Zatima, Miss Maria's called and has checked all the girls on their personal and professional lives. Good, they need a checking. Is Miss Marie played by Tyler Perry? Her and Karen are good, though. So they need to focus on the Fed Agent Watt. They've got to give him something concrete or he's going to make good on the promise to come after them. Zach says give him the footage of Tamara and Gary. Because Gary slept with Hayden's girl. And it's a 2-for-1. Across town at Karen's house. Oh, God, she's Oh. I'm sorry, the pregnancy. Oh, God. If she don't look like a little girl playing pregnant in her mama wig. Oh, my God. Her mama want to know where she been. She's been at Andy's. She mad because she's supposed to be on bed rest. She said, your child is above Andy and her foolishness. I agree. The mama's like, look, I made some food. I got this Pam running the salon. Back at Hayden's, he's like, look, calling me Gary is light work compared to the freaky deaky stuff y'all was doing. And I agree. However, she's saying the video was doctored. She said, if you ain't gay for Gary, why are you obsessed with him? Oh, God. This is the assistant, Beyonce's cousin. Okay, that's why I remember her ass. Well, now Brina gonna tell her the business too, because she knows she's only an honorary sister. Damn, being Beyonce's cousin only gets you being an honorary sister, but I hear Tyler Perry pays. Oh, God, over at the airport, there's some guy working at the airport, and he needs to talk to Danny. And they're being investigated by HR. He wants to talk about the investigation. And she's like, well, why we gotta talk in front of everybody? Girl, a spying sissy said you brought this on yourself, flaunting your love affair all over this airport. Oh, my God. Flaunting your love affair. That's the same thing Debbie Zielinski said in Addams Family Values to Gomez and Morticia about Fester. You flaunted your great love affair. You kept him a child. I made him a man. I remember. And apparently so does Sissy Perry. Back with Andy, she on the phone with the light-skinned bro. And they talk about Penelope shouldn't have put her hands on Andy because Andy got her a lawyer. Just Tyler Perry's idea of what a power suit is. I just want him to fall down the stairs. I don't want him to hurt himself significantly. Maybe just a broken nose. Oh, so this is the brother. Okay, and the sister's the heifer Penelope. All right, that's who she was talking about. Okay, it's all coming together pretty quick. After 8 seasons, I can just jump back in and know what's going on. That is piss poor storytelling. But she wants to meet up with him, but don't want her in the drama. She wants to meet somewhere neutral. Billy Jakes. I would want to meet anywhere the heifer could show up at. A late lunch. Oh, God, and the sisters at Billy Jakes with the other guy, Robin. I think I remember Robin from the law firm. Lord. So Josh tried to pin the murder on Penelope, and she needs to take it seriously. He's going to pin it on somebody. Do they think what's his name is dead? This heifer can confess to the murder. How is she out? Well, he telling her she can't trust Josh. He wants to close the case. He does not have your best interest at heart. And you do, Robin? He said, yes, I do. No longer digmatized by Andy. Meanwhile, across town, we're with Zatima, and Tima don't want to hand over the footage, but Zach do. She wants Tamara and Hayden to try to snitch on each other and get one of them to tell them who really killed Gary. So they think Gary dead, all right. So we find out the sissy filed the grievance back at the airport because he wanted Danny's job. Back at the hospital, this beautiful nurse is waking up Gary. Mr. Borders, Mr. Borders. He uses his manly wiles to get her to loosen them restraints. He's asking her, what have you heard about me? What's the tea? She said, you're a rich businessman who got stabbed at his wedding. So she mentioned student loans, and he said, I could pay it off today if you let me out. Back at Andy's, the mama's saying, you too worried about your friends and not your baby? Oh, God, the damn preacher man is going to babysit her. Ooh, he fine. Damn. I forgot how fine he was. Over with Hayden and Penelope, he said she's obsessed with Gary, and she said pot, meat, kettle. He said, I won't cross certain lines. So he's still whining. He can't get past seeing Gary on top of him, and she's like, that's on top of her, and she's like, that's enough. Back at the bank, Sabrina talking to Pam, and Pam's bored with her egg journey. Back at the hospital, the nurse is helping Gary get out. He ain't even paid the shit off yet. Child, Karen, Zach, and this preacher, I can't care. Cause now she wants to get back with him again, girl. Cause he left you for good for Zatima. And we're gonna end it with Rob and Penelope flirting at lunch. She's pulling an eyelash. And of course, Andy and the brother come in. It was, how do I feel coming back after several years? Like I never left. It's just as wacky. I almost care what happened, but it seems like a lot of the shit's still going. It's very soap opera, so why the hell not?